Welcome. My name is Gena Timberman, and you are listening to Timber People, a podcast about people who, like timber, are strong, build and create, who gather us together like fuel that feeds fire. People who support structures of our community that uplift and protect. Halito, welcome to the show. It's a very special occasion. We have friends joining us from near and afar to talk about a really exciting opportunity with Sovereign Santa Fe 2024 Group Art Expo. And we bring together today friends, colleagues, esteemed artists, curators, and others to talk about what's ahead on the horizon this month. And I'm really happy to welcome everyone. Welcome. And I would like to introduce my friend, Kristin Gentry, who is Choctaw, to start us out to talk about the show and also to engage our awesome visitors and our guests tonight to talk a little bit about what one can learn about with the expo.
Thank you, Gena. Halito Sachifoyak Kristin Gentry, Choctaw Sia, Ishki Sia, Sashki Patricia Benjamin, and then Saalatik, Joel Shooting Star Gentry. Hello, my name is Kristin Gentry, and I'm Choctaw Nation of Oklahoma. I'm an artist, I'm a mother, and I'm very excited to be back again this year as one of the artists for Sovereign Santa Fe. And we're able to bring in, we have the creator of the entire exhibition, the expo. We have Gregory Farah here with us, and I'm going to have Greg introduce himself and then introduce the other artists in the exhibition with me.
Thank you so much, Kristin. And thank you for everyone for giving us this opportunity. My name is Gregory Farah. I'm a Palestinian American gallerist and curator based in Santa Fe, New Mexico. Our gallery is called Fahrenheit Fine Art Gallery, and we are the main producer and partner in the Sovereign exhibition. This is officially our 6th year of the Sovereign Santa Fe show, and in conjunction with guest curator and a buddy of mine, Tony Abeda, well-known artist, and the Fonda Hotel, and of course, all the artists that participate, both exhibit in the exhibition as well as our vendors. You know, we bring once a year this amazing 72-hour pop-up exhibition coinciding with the official SWAIA Santa Fe Indian Market, 3rd weekend in August. SWAIA is the second longest continuous art exhibition in the country after the Armory in New York. And we're just thrilled to be able to continue to do this expo with the mission of specifically showcasing, platforming, and producing an exhibition for living, working, contemporary Native artists. That's been the mission from the get-go and will continue to be so. And today I have 2 of the participants in that exhibition, Jesse Littlebird, who's Laguna Pueblo, based out of Albuquerque, New Mexico, and True Archdale, an Assiniboine artist out of Whitefish, Montana. And I'll pass the torch to True. Ladies first. She can introduce herself and tell everyone a little bit about her and her work.
Hello, everybody. Yes, and thank you, Greg, and thank you for the opportunity. As Greg said, I'm of Assiniboine descent, and I was born and raised on the Fort Peck Indian Reservation in northeastern Montana, and just very happy to be a part of this contemporary art movement and to make the acquaintance of Gregory with Fahrenheit Fine Art. And building up to this, the Sovereign Show that I'm excited to be a part of, I was able to have a solo exhibition at the Fahrenheit Gallery. That was a comprehensive 9 months of work and really quite a journey. As a matter of fact, I called it Liminal Journey because a lot of the work and my style comes from kind of the space in between abstract work and being present and creating the work. There's a space where it just happens. And so a lot of work that I'm really proud of and inspired about came from that opportunity. I was in Sovereign Santa Fe last year, and what I took back from it was the incredible spirited collection of all the various participants, the artists, and the variety of background that everyone came from. And I felt, as an elder, I felt very accepted in kind of the dynamic, youthful atmosphere that seemed to be predominant. And the thing about Sovereign Santa Fe is I really felt like the participating artists came together. We drew strength from each other and inspiration, and ultimately supported each other to elevate our work and continue to bridge this movement of emerging contemporary Native art.
Excellent. Well said. I'll pass the torch now to Jesse Littlebird.
Hopa Kachani. Greetings, everyone. Thanks for having me here. It's really good to hear everyone's voices and connect with everyone near and far. Thank you for the opportunity. And big shout out to Greg. I've been with Sovereign since its start. What was that, back in
2017 or 18, something like
2018, right? Yeah. And so it's really inspiring to see how far it's come. And I remember we were like upstairs in just the little balcony area to start with, and I remember bringing Greg a big giant painting, and he was like, "Oh, I don't know what we're gonna do with this when we have the wall space." So it's really cool to see what it's become now, to have such a big wall space. And it's definitely the premier. I don't really like the term that they use, off market, as much, but it's definitely the premier events that happens in coinciding with SWAIA. Just a little bit about me and my practice. I was born in 1992 in Santa Fe, New Mexico, at the Santa Fe Indian Hospital. My mother met my dad. She actually came from Michigan, and she met my dad at a conference that he was teaching at. And my dad was an artist, kind of a real trailblazer of his time throughout the 70s and 80s and up into the 90s, involved with the founding of IAIA and the founding of Sundance Institute, just to name a couple of his accolades. But for me, I've been painting as professionally full-time for the past 7 years now. And I'm really excited to have my body of work titled Promised Land, which is a series of work that I've really been developing over the past 2 years now, where I pose the question, what happens to the post #land back generation? And so in this year, 2024, I expand on that, and I expand on it not only with further questions and discussions and reflection, but also with the sustenance of my paintings on multimedia surfaces. Also really super excited to be bringing to Sovereign this year an art car. You can't talk about my car without mentioning Rose B. Simpson's El Camino, Dan Dominguez, and Mike Giant's cars, which they're heavily inspired by. And just kind of really excited about that. And it's already cool to see the excitement and buzz it's already getting. So yeah.
And Jesse, what's the fantastic title of this wonderful automobile?
Yeah, so it's a 1973 Dodge Dart sedan, and we're calling it Petrolglyph, Petrolglyph.
Super cool.
Petrolglyph, yeah. It's just a brief thing about it. It's kind of combining the three, I think, culminating things of my identity, which is very much rooted here in New Mexico, in the Pueblo culture and pottery design. just growing up watching a lot of my aunties, a lot of their designs and just being surrounded by it, but also super inspired by living here in Burque and the Chicano culture surrounding the lowrider movement and the idea of like rolling art, and then but it not being completely Chicano, because then it would be an Impala, but it's a Dodge Dart, so that's like Detroit Mopar, and so find that other little bit in there as well. And then also it's a car of the proletariat too. This was a car back in the 1970s that was, you'd see them dime a dozen everywhere because it was one of the cheapest cars that you could buy. It's always fun to have people come up and say, this was the first car I ever bought, like as a kid and everything, stuff like that. So that's really cool.
I love that. It's a nice contemporary way to show how much we can make out of something. You took the least expensive car, and then now it looks like beautiful pottery. Everyone's, yeah, I'm sure, along with me, have enjoyed watching you work on it online and see all the progress. And I think it's just gorgeous. I'm excited to see that in person.
I can't wait. I mean, really bringing in that unique creativity and identity that you really can't, reproduce. It's unique and it's incredible. I can't wait.
Definitely.
Yeah, we're all very excited. Yeah. I mean, between these three artists, Kristin Gentry, Jesse Littlebird, True Archdale, showcasing their creativity at the Sovereign exhibition, we have another maybe 25, 30 fine artists along with vendors that are, a multimedia extravaganza. I mean, there's jewelry, there's contemporary pottery, contemporary sculpture, paintings, and then just, a lot of unconventional artworks such as, Jesse's vehicle. We also have a really talented Cherokee Apache artist named Neil, whose jewelry line is Whirling Log and Arrow. He was actually going to try to get on this call today, but he's driving his motorcycles up in the mountains of the Sierra Nevadas. But he has a 1948 custom knucklehead Harley that he affectionately calls the wagon burner, that we're going to be able to park in the hotel lobby during the exhibition. And it's completely custom, kind of indigenous themed Harley Davidson with, inlay and stamp work. And it's just really cool. It's really cool to see, these artists, doing different things with their work and expanding the palette, so we're excited to be able to showcase all of that.
Yeah, I wanted to kind of echo some things that True said when she spoke about all the artists that come together and all the kind of mini exhibitions that Greg and Tony have brought in and curated for the exhibition. We definitely get that community. We get to step back instead of just sitting in a vendor booth. We get to have that exhibition experience. So we actually get to see each other and talk to each other, and talk to all the collectors. That's, to me, one of the best parts of Sovereign. I'm just so thankful for Greg. Probably about 4 or 5 years ago, I reached out to ask if I could, be in the show with him. And I'm lucky because he didn't know who I was, I don't think, when I first reached out. And he said yes. So I was really excited. I had just moved back from New Mexico. I'd been living in Albuquerque in the Rio Rancho area, and I'd moved back. And my mentor at the time had always encouraged me to enter Indian Market, and I had never done that. I like probably the smaller side. And I tend to do a lot of like vendor work. So it was really exciting for me. And then it just kept growing. And Jesse kind of was jokingly talking about bringing in a large piece of work. I realize now that must be Greg. Greg pushes all of us to create really large pieces, like size-wise. He sees like our strengths and takes those designs and helps us create something that maybe we hadn't even seen for ourselves yet. So that's been such a really great experience for me. It has really transformed like my artwork, even outside of Sovereign. I felt comfortable being able to do large work commissions. I've done murals here in Oklahoma. So it's just been such a great growth for me as an artist. And I can hear that from both of these two, that it's also, he's done the same for them. So thank you, Greg, and bringing all of us together in Santa Fe.
Yes, thank you, Greg.
Yeah.
You're very welcome. Thank you. I mean, the show really is, it's organically every year just gotten bigger and better. And it really is a testament to the participants. I mean, it started as a brainchild of, Tony Abeda, myself, Craig George Alexander, Monty Little, Randy Barton. We were just all kind of shooting the breeze about how cool would it be to have an exhibit that really just showcases and features contemporary indigenous art. And, not only promoting the sovereignty of indigenous art and culture, but also being somewhat of something else. I mean, highlighting something that maybe we saw was not getting enough attention at Indian Market. Indian Market is fantastic. It's, again, second oldest continuous art exhibition in the country. It's been happening since the 30s or 40s. It's gotten bigger and better every year. There's so much incredible talent that comes and shows their work, and it's mostly vendor based. And, people get to meet the artists and talk about their process. But we really wanted to highlight the contemporary and really, lay foundation to promote that. And I'm grateful and thankful for the opportunities that LaFonda and Tony Abeda have given us, but also it wouldn't happen without the artists that participate. And it warms my heart that all these individuals come every year and want to be part of it and bring a little bit of their magic, and we get to do it under one roof. And, like Kristin was saying, it's the environment we create for a short time, for 72 hours under the roof and in the walls of La Fonda, the oldest hotel in Santa Fe, that already has so much history with, contemporary Native art, but of course the Fred Harvey era and traditional kind of old school indigenous culture and art is just so cool to walk around those walls, in those hallways, seeing all these artists, seeing all the artwork, and, knowing that this is a part of history, that we're creating history, that we're carrying, the legacy of the history that's been in Santa Fe for a long time. And it really is a fun, beautiful thing. It's a lot of work. It's months and months of prep to just to get to that point. But once it actually happens and it's unfolding, it's a really beautiful thing. And I can't thank, everyone's participation and enthusiasm enough, because it wouldn't happen without the artists that we show.
And I love to see the evolution of the experience in ways that become more inclusive and collaborative. And just to echo what Kristin was saying about that sense of community, I mean, I love that there may be a couple of artists that I know or a number of people, but undoubtedly every year as the momentum builds and it grows and grows, I get to meet new people and make new friends out of the experience and just learn more and more about those one-on-one just opportunities to really just be a part of that time that is really like a community reunion and a growth. And I always come back home. Don't get me wrong. First couple of days when I get home, I'm kind of tired out, like most people are from traveling and from just going and going. But I really do feel energized and inspired by just being around artists and the creativity myself, I have to say.
Yeah, definitely.
Mm-hmm. It's terrific. I know that you have a website. If a visitor or one of the listeners would like to learn more about the Sovereign Santa Fe 2024 Group Art Expo, where would they go to learn more and to be engaged in the experience?
Our conventional retail gallery is called Fahrenheit Fine Art, and that's spelled a little untraditional. It's Farah, my last name, FARAHN, and then height, HEIGHT. So Fahrenheit@gmail.com is our email, and Fahrenheit.com is our website. On our website, there's some information about the Sovereign Show. We also have a Instagram that we're constantly putting, showcasing the artists that are going to be participating and sharing information on our Instagram, which is just Sovereign Santa Fe. And there's a decent amount of information if you even just Google search Sovereign, Native Art Magazine, which is the official magazine for Indian Market. We have a big layout on that with all the events. We have an editorial in there. We usually get some other, press promo. So if someone just Googles Sovereign Santa Fe or Sovereign Santa Fe 2024, they'll be able to get a fair amount of information. Our exhibition runs Friday through Sunday, so we open one day earlier than SWAIA. SWAIA official Indian Market is just Saturday and Sunday. We open Friday, the 16th at 10 a.m. But people can get a jump on our participating vendors. We have vendors in the mezzanine of the Fonda on the second floor, and they start showing on Thursday. So Thursday the 15th, Sovereign Marketplace, which is, we've got about 16 vendors. They'll be there at the hotel, and that they will run till Sunday. But the actual Sovereign exhibition, which is a curated art expo, guest curated by Tony Abeda, that opens Friday the 16th at 10 a.m. It runs till about 7 or 8 p.m. every day, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And another special thing we have going this year is a contemporary Native fashion show called Sovereignly Fit, and that runs Friday and Saturday. The doors open for that at 6 p.m. Friday and Saturday. My friend from Acoma Pueblo, Lauren Aragon, with his couture line, is going to be basically facilitating the fashion show both Friday and Saturday night. He'll be showing some of his fits, but also he's bringing in each night, I think, 3 or 4 other contemporary fashion designers. And it's, proper fashion show down the catwalk. It is a ticketed event. One can get tickets through, I think, his website, which I don't have at the top of my head, but one could probably find that also by just Google searching Lauren Aragon fashion show, or Sovereignly Fit fashion show. And yeah, ticketed event, Friday and Saturday night, 6 to 9. There'll be a cash bar and a cocktail hour before and after the fashion show.
Well, I can't wait to see everyone in Santa Fe. And first of all, I love Fahrenheit fine art. I love the play on words. It's really great. And I really love the take on highlighting new school artists and just the collaborations again, and the interactive experience, bringing everyone together, and just so happy for everyone. Congratulations for bringing this show together and for showcasing our Native exhibitors and creative community in ways that you do, and honoring the artists in the special way. And like I said, I'm really excited. And Kristin, I really appreciate you bringing everyone together, and can't wait to see everyone face to face as well.
Yeah, I'm really excited. I wanted to touch a little bit. I'm kind of in a unique spot. I go between both. I do, I'm with Greg year round in Fahrenheit. And then for Sovereign, I have my large scale paintings in there. I have watercolor and acrylic from 2 different bodies of work I work in. Then I am also a mezzanine on the market on the mezzanine artist as well. And I kind of like to tell people it's real easy to tell the difference between the two. Think of items like, so I make jewelry, acrylic jewelry, clothing. I'm launching my new clothing line actually at Sovereign Santa Fe in a few weeks. It's a 2-spirit plus size line. I've had a lot of great response from it so far. It's Southeastern designs, and so there's not a whole lot of Southeastern representation in Santa Fe. We get that Southwestern. We get our beautiful Navajo and Pueblo relatives showing all of their beautiful clothing, just like Lauren. So it's great to be able to bring some Southeastern. So out on the mezzanine, we have artists and companies. I think of companies. So like I'm out there with Prados Beauty. Those are kind of items that you wouldn't see over at SWAIA. But these are very important businesses for our Native communities. Just like always, we're always going to be adapting. We're always going to be decorating our war ponies, our motorcycles, our cars, and then to see all of the new items that people can create out of our culture and get beyond what people are used to seeing represented as Native art. We get to define it ourselves.
So great. Well, it's a lot of work, and I know everyone's really busy getting ready for the expo and for that wonderful time in Santa Fe. And I want to thank everyone for being on the show today, and I wish you all the very best. And again, I can't wait to be there with everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you for being on the show.
Yakoki, thank you for joining us. Timber People is brought to you by the Possibilities Podcast platform.